Alright, I'm switching over to Wario. Because it's about time that Grace asks for this, so I'm going to be switching it over to it.
Just tell Kyle, you know, you snooze, you lose.
Things you lose. I do not know the screen I'm going to be using, so I'm going to be using this screen, I believe. I'll go with this one. I think I switched it over. Yeah. Alright, I've never played a micro game of Wario before. Excuse me, sir, did you drop these? No, I didn't. Oh, is this the cutscene? I think I remember seeing this cutscene where just like he took all of them. Oh, is this the one that also learns to eat the... He eats the garlic? Wait, is this the one I'm thinking of?
The stylist.
Stylist.
I remember having stylist.
Stylist has always been really nice. It's that's also on like the Nintendo Land too.
Mm-hmm.
Candy Police, Alyssa. Candy Police.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, drop it, drop it, drop it. Like we always joked around. Alright, so what? Oh, I think it's because I never touched this, so I think everything is unlocked from the get-go for me. So let me just erase the data. It's not my copy anymore. It was never that other person's copy, so this is like completely new. Am I right-handed? Yes, I am right-handed. Oh, so I'm going with the tutorial now. Oh, he's eating chocolate? Oh, he got cavity, Lissa.
So sad. I can't see him having the cavity.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm rearranging things so you can't...
Yeah, no, I see you trying to rearrange things.
You forget that, like, when it's showing on the Discord screen, it's still different.
Mm-hmm. Rushing is fun!
Oh, I have to do this? Drill. Oh, I have to
Ew.
touch. Man, that's weird.
Wait, how did you fix this teeth with the drill?
I don't know.
When you have to fill in the cracks and stuff.
Maybe.
I mean, if your teeth were that messed up,
I don't
you'd
know.
probably just have
Lissa
to
would know the more dental procedures than I do.
Braces, but I'm not an orthodontist or dentist.
You have braces right now? I didn't think you had braces right now.
Oh, I had them when I was younger, but I don't know anything about teeth.
Oh, it's like, I was gonna say, I don't remember you having braces ever.
No, because you never knew me with braces.
Now I want to see Lissa with braces now.
I mean, any old, really old photos of me with braces.
This game is so nonsensical. What is happening?
It's do you not know how WarioWare games are, James?
I remember the WarioWare stage from Super Smash Bros, but that's the best.
Yeah, so WarioWare games are literally a bunch of micro games. So think about like it's like has like 300 types of games, but all micro. So you have to do them in like 5 seconds or less, kind of thing. And that's the objective, is just to keep doing it and not lose your meters and stuff like that, and keep going as long as you can, or complete the story and stuff like that. And then there's like these boss modes that just even longer kind of thing. Is he gonna have sweets again?
See there.
Oh, he's just eating sweets.
Another trip to the dentist. Yeah, because that's how cavities work. You eat one thing sweet, and immediately you're dead. You're gone.
Yep.
Up into space.
I knew you'd come back.
He's deceased.
So I played the Wario one, which is always a tutorial. And I need to really fix this screen later.
So you look like you're having a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'll stick with it later, because I need to do like borders for that one later. This one's definitely later. Her. Downtown Diamond City, DDC. So yeah, basically there is a kind of a story with this game in a sense, but it's like each person has their own little side story, and then like own sets of mini games, and each of these mini games are really short. So it's basically the story mode is just to play all of them at once. You can really beat this game in like a couple hours if you do really well, kind of thing. Keep her pop crown. Also, why is that dog talking?
Hmm.
You should be afraid of the great Ashley.
Oh, it's Ashley's song there.
You should be afraid of him.
You should be afraid of Ashley.
Why should I be afraid of Ashley? What has Ashley done?
I have no idea. Oh no, she's number 2 now. Does this mean number 1 goes to Mona? Mona! Like the Mona Lisa? Uh-oh, Vanessa's angry. Wow, someone is taking the second place so harsh.
I was gonna say, what a that's just has a super villain plane ready.
Yeah, apparently also Mona is, while she's a pop star, works at her own pizza restaurant. And she's literally posing at the Mona Lisa up there.
Now the Mona Pizza.
The Mona Pizza. Oh, now I get it.
This is like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing.
Am I just supposed to just strum it? Because I'm not doing anything right now.
Yes. Go on, rock it out, Nick.
I'm
Just
trying
strum
to.
it.
Well, if I had like the Guitar Hero game, then technically I could. Wait up, homegirl. Also, playing this game on emulator is a little bit awkward because you have to require everything on touch. So that means you have to make sure your mouse works. Mona is so popular that she gets attacked by people every single game, I think. That's her gimmick.
I mean, you always gotta have a damsel in distress or whatnot.
Damsel in stress, she can handle herself. She's not distressed, she's just a damsel.
That just always gets, well, she's not the one getting captured. Her home, whatever that thing was.
Yeah, I don't even know.
This looks like Eggman stuff.
True.
Honestly, yeah, that.
I don't get these mini games, like these cutscenes.
Yeah, these are long cutscenes.
I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even pressing A. This is just auto-playing. Well, WarioWare games are like have their own unique charm of just actually just being weird micro mini games. That's for sure. Oh, now I get to play. What? Ah. Oh, I tried. Oh, I thought. Oh, you had only one slice. Okay. Save trees. Yeah, I wasted toilet paper. Okay, so WarioWare Touched is the one that came on the Brawl.
Really?
Yeah, because like some of these mini games I recognize from Brawl, like the chisel and then like the pop.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I ever paid attention.
I mean, you didn't play a lot of Brawl.
No, I watched you guys play it a lot though.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I like playing Smash, but I wasn't good enough for your guys' competitions.
That's true. Love me. She loves me. She loves me. She loves me. She loves me.
Whoa.
I mean, when you get a Switch finally, you can play with us for like Mario Kart and stuff, and also like Mario Party as well.
Oh yeah, Mario Party would be fun. We've played that a couple times. Oh my gosh! Look who joined.
Wow.
Late.
Someone's very late.
Whoever, shut up, dude.
Dude, seriously, I
Here
was
now,
waiting for you.
I'm watching WarioWare do Wario.
I was like waiting for you, and Grace was just like, just play without digits right now.
Wario.
General Kenobi.
Also, hi Rivers, how you doing, buddy? General Kenobi.
Grace.
Yeah, racist.
Late AF, excuse me. I need a freaking break from streaming all day and talking all day.
Yeah, Grace is hella judging.
She's totally judging me, dude. Unbelievable. After I put so much work today into providing a wholesome stream for her.
Some automated.
That's terrible that she has to deliver pizzas and also do a show.
So she was leave her show.
That's the life of a performing artist.
Is she the only employee at her place?
She's the only one who wants to do all that stuff. Also, Kraid has a new deck. I'm sorry, that Skull. Who's throwing turnips? Hey Kyle, you can get free turnips now. Who threw a key in their
Nuts.
cell phone?
That's just dangerous. And also a waste of a cell phone.
And someone threw an octopus.
Someone threw a bottle.
That's even that is dangerous. Also, now Vanessa's there? What?
I know, like what? I thought she hated her.
That's true.
What happened? I think I missed something big.
I am very confused. It's an invoked Yangzing and I hate it. I don't know what that means.
It's like Game & Watch is farting.
Hello, Grace. Are you done judging me?
Never.
Never. So yeah, I'll have to play all these guys.
This sounds sensual.
Dance club rub.
What's up, bub? What's a yubba yubba lubba dubba?
Yabba-dabba-dub-dub.
Yubba yubba dub dub. These invoked magicians are now
Yubba
20
dub
times
dub.
strong.
Gentlemen, it's Jimmy's showtime!
Ooh, Disco King.
He's back. The 70s called. They asked. Well, actually, is disco from 70s or 80s? Is that 70s or 60s?
Disco is 70s.
Ah. All right. Yeah, that's true because Star Wars has a 70 disco track. Why does everyone have afro in his family?
That's their natural hair type, dude. Don't
70s.
judge.
At least they can synchronize.
Dude, you could hide that entire disco ball inside the redhead dude's afro.
Probably.
Yeah. Everyone else is just going about normally.
Mm-hmm. If you have a whole family that actually dances like this, I don't know. That'll be an interesting sight to see. Expect without the magicians. Hi, Kraid. How are you doing with Duel Links? Yeah, it's I have to just like really think really quickly like how to do each of these. Are you kidding me? Wow. This touch that's so tiny with the stylies. Also, I'm touching this guy's armpit. What?
Tickling him.
I would not want to touch someone else's armpit. Also, Kyle, that's how you play guitar, right?
Yeah, I have, I just drag my wrist up and down like that. That's how it works.
I mean, it's true. Technically speaking, that's just like half of it. Wow.
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 Oh wow.
Oh
Wow.
At the very least, I will say, at least this guy's cutscenes is a lot faster than Mona's. Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Any deck. When listens just any deep voice. Oh yeah. Let's see. Any deck I want is super expensive. I mean, it makes sense. That's how they get you. Rub the rainbow. Okay. Rub a rainbow. I got Skittles. Taste the rainbow. That place is called the Hot House?
Hot business.
Alyssa's Hot Business. Is this Alyssa's Hot Business?
Oh.
Is it a Chipotle restaurant?
Oh my god.
I like how all of the other like adult references we make, someone just says Chipotle. Let's see. I like to play TCG decks. I like to play decks when I play TCG. That's true. I don't need, but decks I want. Konami unfortunately makes them super expensive. Beat me too. Onslaught too. Oh god. Octopus.
The octopus.
I killed the octopus. Why if one of them has a fish? Why do I need to snip snot? That's the one question I have to keep asking.
You need
Nick,
to do a
it's
lot of
WarioWare. Stop asking questions.
I will ask so many questions. I always bring logic into these games. I just like caught on his back. Jesus. That's how you make a giraffe. You just stretch out the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the game that was in Brawl because of the. I see the pop sequences like that. Oh my god. Oh god, speed up. Is the boss ones like 30 of them, I think?
Can't answer you there.
Huh?
Oh, I can't answer about the boss stuff.
True. Yeah, it's going even more. So I'm assuming that it's going to be like 30 of them at the end of this whole thing. What? I did it! Oh god!
Close.
Yep. Oh! Onslaught is good. Onslaught that you don't get right. Play right. Drama MST.
Some serious funkitude. Oh my god.
Don't you want to be a funky kid, Lissa?
I think I'm good.
Did you ever want to be back into your parents' era of disco and just dance with them on the dance floor?
I can honestly say I've never thought about that. So, you know.
Also, Grace, I see Ashley. You better be paying attention when I play Ashley.
Ooh, Secret Island Lab.
He's mwahaha. Oh, by the way, Alyssa, never got to ask you. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Did he just pull that out of his butt?
Okay. I mean, not really. I have New Year's goals. You know, get out, get it up, all of that. I don't know if I really have any resolutions.
No resolutions? Nani?
I mean, I suppose I could say my resolution is to exercise more, but I know I'm not going to follow through with that. So.
Get a gym partner, buddy.
I had one. So COVID hit. And I hate going to the gym anyway, so.
Get dumbbells? What? Dumbbells could work.
I don't like using dumbbells. Unless it's like in conjunction with something. But...
Oh, I had to keep going, that's why. Okay. Okay.
I love those disembodied clapping hands.
Mm-hmm. This one's like you really just have to like pay attention. This is all spinning based, right?
Here we go.
I can't read analog clocks. You know the time where actual people cannot actually cannot read analog clocks is the day that I feel like I'm gonna feel really, really old. Though I doubt that analog clocks will actually be a dying breed.
I mean, I doubt it as well, considering they're kind of everywhere.
It's also that people have those like new has like really expensive watches that are like analogs and as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, do you prefer digital or prefer analog?
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, if I don't care. Both are fine.
I know. I mean, yes, I care, but at the same time, no, I really don't.
Well, if I need like a specific time, I would do digital. But if I'm just like doing ballpark, then I would do analog.
What kind of watch would you wear? Also, why is that guy
I don't
like
wear
showing his
watches.
butt? You don't
Trick question.
You don't wear watches? What? Listen, you better wear.
I know I used to feel really bad because my parents got me. It wasn't like super expensive, but it was a pretty decent, nice watch in like junior high, and I wore it like maybe 3 times, and that was it. I did not like wearing watches. I
Jeez.
still don't like wearing watches.
Mm-hmm. Also, Grace, I'm playing Ashley. You. She says she's just a total
Oh,
drag.
reminds me of the Addams Family. Wednesday.
The Addams Family. Can't snap. Oh God. That pig machine is flying everywhere. She cute though. Oh, she angry. She angry.
The little devil. So cute.
Would you get that devil?
I mean, I had a little devil in Terraria.
Oh yeah, that's true. And Kyle had all his heartbeat friends.
Pretty good.
My fave better know her at name, cause she's Ashley. Oh no, not again.
Wicked.
She's like Halloween based.
Not bad.
I mean, yeah, she's spooky.
Spooky, scary skeleton. I can never get the feather thing to work on a person's nose.
I mean, it just depends on the person.
What?
That's
Not bad.
that's an interesting one.
I play Conquer's Bad Fur Day, but that still gets me.
Pretty good. Teacher into a spoon. Not bad.
Ashley.
You missed the peeing baby. Of her and the song. True. Oh god. Oh, I almost missed that.
Pay attention.
I hate these. They
The
actually
function
make
of this game is that you can't stop paying attention for more than like 3 seconds.
Oh, is this good for millennials? Because everyone has TikTok.
I think you mean Zoomers. I think millennials are too old for TikTok. I don't know, we should ask Lissa because she's a Zoomer.
Is she?
Yeah, because she was born in 96, that would make her an early Zoomer.
Oh, well, it depends what you look at.
Yeah. Dude. I did not know the Earth can move on its own. What? Is this like Space Invaders thing? No, not the Space Invaders. What's the game called?
Galaga?
Galaga? Yeah, kind of thing. I'm destroying Saturn, Jupiter, and like some kind of Uranus thing.
You're destroying whose anus?
I'm destroying
Dude,
Uranus.
why are you destroying Uranus on stream, Nick?
Dude, it's my anus. I destroy it if I want. Aww.
Chad.
Aww.
Oh no, she's not gonna use him as the ingredient, is she?
Yep, she is. She just said it. So you were right, Lissa.
Thought so.
So why does she go to this party? Because she's she's not that much. That's not that social, it seems.
Well, yeah, she's not dancing. She's just.
He's the one just sitting in the corner, arms folded.
No, she's not even in the corner. She's in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah.
I'm the person who would go sit in the corner and not do much. Hey, it's Game & Watch.
Ninjas.
Oh yeah, this was an assist trophy. These were one of the worst, not worst, but one of the more annoying assist trophies.
They're also one of the more annoying characters to control in the WarioWare Switch game.
Really?
Yeah, basically the way they control is they're constantly in motion. It can be kind of awkward having to control them.
I could use a snack. That's Grace. My banana is gone. Oh, I like the ninjas. But are they the best thing? Oh, she's pouting. For a second, I thought she says you've got a crooked crotch or something like that.
A crooked cotch.
Oh, wait. I was gonna draw a dick, but I don't know if I want to do that right now.
You could have just written like the Twitch logo and then like BlazerGamer112.
Did you hear what James did in Okami?
Oh, do you draw a penis for like the mask?
No.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I didn't know. But there was the part where a guy asks for a design for a kimono, and so I did draw that on the kimono.
I don't remember drawing for a kimono, but I do remember there's a part where there's like a mask that you have to wear as a disguise and you can draw whatever face you want on it.
Yeah, I was wandering around the city and I was like, why are there smiley faces everywhere? And I was like, oh yeah, that's the mask I drew. But
What's
then I
up,
was like,
baby?
but then how did the kid know that I decided to paint it everywhere? I don't know. But I decided to just I did draw a dick on a kimono. And then apparently there's the kid that draws charcoal drawings on the ground. And apparently they copy that for whatever reason. Like, I don't know the correlation, but apparently, like, after I drew the thing on the kimono, I was like, okay. And then I would go outside and there's dicks everywhere.
Yeah, you missed that whole conversation, Connor.
And I was like, what? I was like, what is going on? And I was like, oh no. And I see the kid drawing in charcoal on the ground. I was like, oh no.
I'm not writing
Such a
this
bad
right.
influence.
Yeah, confirmed James is a bad influence.
James is a bad influence on kids. It's so confusing on some of these.
Also, for a Wario game, there's not much Wario in it.
True. But there's a lot of touching. Now is there consent though? Oh god!
Yeah.
What is that thing? Aye! It's a monkey. Aren't you guys monkeys too?
Oh,
Isn't every human being? Well, then again, people are like people in this universe. I don't even think are actual human. A lot of them are not human beings. I don't even know Ashley is a human being. I like how, like, before I even played Mona, Wario got to the place and started dancing with nobody singing. He's just like, ah, yes, I'm gonna be dancing all by myself. Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
there's still music. There's still music playing.
Is there music? Was there music playing?
Oh, I'm sure there was.
I'm
Just
not sure.
wasn't live music, you know?
Or wasn't even a live music too.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Hey, it's James's mix. Hey, James, you're the big Afro chubby man. Want to hang out? To be continued. That's how you hook up with ladies. Is that confirmed?
Just like, hey, you want to hang out?
Yeah, you want to hang out. Just like use a line to connect yourself to a lady and just be like, hey, you want to hang out? Oh.
I mean, it depends on who you're talking to. Like, some
Yeah.
I mean, it literally just says hook up. And it's just like, that's how you hook up.
I mean, some people's standards are very different from others.
Even like Lissa, she has low charisma, but she has at least some standards.
Exactly.
Wait, what did Lissa do?
Oh, this was in D&D.
Yeah, I was assuming that's what it was. Unless you were just straight up roasting Lissa.
No. So basically, you know, on D&D you roll like your stats and everything, right?
Yeah.
So she rolls low charisma, so it's not even that good. And there was like these slug people, like these ugly slug people, and I was just like telling Lissa, I was like, oh Lissa, seduce them. And she would then she rebutted, it's like, ew, no, just because I have low charisma doesn't mean I have standards.
I mean, I don't have standards. Yeah. It was pretty funny, and apparently it caused everyone to die laughing.
Jamie was just like, roll for.
Hey, you had to trace yen. That was the wrong stroke order, Nick.
Loser.
Loser. I don't care. This game is teaching me hiragana. Ah, here. Is it
That's
hiragana?
not hiragana, that was kanji.
Yeah.
Nose clock. Okay.
It's a nose clock. Would you have a nose clock that would just smile at you when it's alarm time?
No.
No, that'd be pretty creepy, dude.
Yeah, it would be really creepy.
It would be. How many people out there actually has something like that?
WarioWare fans.
You.
Are you saying would I?
Ooh, you missed. So
Wow.
At least I have a couple more tries. That's my first 2-fail one. There we go.
To the moon.
Up to the moon. Hey, to the moon!
To the moon.
Horror game.
It's a horror game.
sad.
Is this game a horror game? Yes, it is actually, because everyone has really weird features, and I question a lot of things. And actually, it's also like planning to cook her own devil child alive.
It's all in the name of science, man.
All in the name of science. So, if you had a little devil child that's willing to do everything for you, and is a little devil child, you would cook them in the name of science still.
Depends what the experiment is.
Whatever concoction Ashley was brewing.
I wasn't paying attention to what she was brewing.
I have no idea what she was brewing. She was throwing random things together.
Word! Oh my god.
Are these like supposed to be like the 80s where people had boom boxes all the time?
Oh, there's a
Oh,
runaway
dude, this is
alien.
9 volt. This is like one of my favorites in this game.
What is 9 volts? I don't have to do gyro movement, do I?
It's a retro Nintendo style minigames.
What is the game though? That's the question.
It's really cool.
It is awesome. Word. Pop the game in.
His teeth are disturbing.
Man, it is GameCube era. Wait, wasn't the DS between GameCube and Wii, or was it during Wii only?
The DS came out in 2004, so it was like late GameCube era.
Hey, there's a Super Famicom there, and there's a Famicom. Didn't change those. Yeah, it is all retro game references.
Ew.
Oh yeah, it is all retro games. I like this one. Screw Ashley. 9 volt it is. I wish I could play Duck Hunt. I don't have a CRTV though. Maybe like when I move out, I might consider getting a small CRTV. Then I can use it for Duck Hunt. Oh, I just had to pull it down. I got it.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice he had Mario and Luigi figurines on his
Mixtape.
turntable.
Yeah. And there's also that he also has like the, it's like a D-pad and the ABBA kind of thing. It's like an NES controller.
Mhm.
Shoot what? Okay, so I can't miss any of them. What? That was random.
Those were huge.
Do I want to say it?
No, you do not want to say it, Nick.
But it's a compelling me to do it right now.
No, just continue playing or go to bed like what these kids are doing.
But it's so good to say it right now.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Oh, James.
Grace would say,
Ah.
Lisa knew exactly what I was thinking of.
Oh, I knew exactly what you were doing.
it was low hanging fruit.
It was a very low-hanging fruit, but you gotta. I mean, Grace would say the exact same thing. Also, that guy is like a gorilla. He's literally like a giant gorilla.
Okay.
I don't know what game I would personally play if I had an opportunity as a kid to just play all night on. I don't know what game I would play all night. I mean, I did that with Smash 4, unlocking everything, and that was
Yeah.
a time. What? I have named him Mike. It sucks that we can't have any character that's called like Lissa, because Lissa, your name is not that very
I mean,
common.
it's not a common name.
No.
Lissa, stop having uncommon names
No.
like Bunny, like Zaris, like Lissa. I don't even know what other names you go by.
Too bad for you two.
Too bad for you. What other usernames has Lissa gone by?
Usernames? Well, Shadow Queen.
There's that too. Oh, what? I have to actually use the microphone?
Yeah, dude.
No. No.
Yeah, it's a Nintendo DS, dude.
God. Oh god, this sucks. Wait, how would you play this on the emulator? Oh, I guess you have to use your mic actually for that. Oh, he actually is a karaoke machine with microphones. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get so lightheaded from this.
Well, just breathe into the mic like you're playing the trumpet, kind of. Like diaphragm, dude.
Sweet talk is just blowing. I mean, some people have those kinks.
Are they all just
Alright,
blowing?
Nick.
What? Some people do.
Nick, you don't have to breathe that hard into the microphone.
I'm gonna violently breathe into this thing.
Well, you don't have to, if you're taking giant puffs of air like that, you just blow directly, softly in the microphone. You don't have to, like, hyperventilate.
I will blow as hard as I can.
It's not even going to be as efficient if you're breathing super loudly and widely like that, though.
Let me blow. I will blow as hard as I can all night long.
Alright, dude, we'll have fun hyperventilating, man. I tried
Yeah.
to help.
Also, why would you blow out of yourself out of water?
Why not?
I hate this. I'm blowing a dude, yes.
But
I've been trying to explain this to him, Grace, but he's not listening.
I'm already getting lightheaded a little bit anyway. Alright, there we go. I'm good. That's an annoying minigame.
You remind me of freaking this one dude who joined my high school band, like, partway through the school year, who, like, I didn't really know him, but a lot of people in band did not like him, and he was a saxophone player who played with really bad technique, where instead of breathing consistently, he would do those little puffs of air, like, they were like, like, into his saxophone, and I was like, dude, that's not gonna, like, how are you in high school and you don't know how to, like, play properly?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, there have been famous musicians who play with improper technique, like the trumpet player Dizzy Gillespie, who would like fill up his cheeks with air when he played.
Mm-hmm.
this guy kind of blows.
No, I got that. I blew so hard in this one. Don't expect me to sing. I'm done. Are they just fighting now? Singing? Are they like rapping? I like how Ashley just stands there.
Yeah. In the middle of everyone else dancing.
It's like, I'm dancing. I'm dancing. How many characters are in Wario? I didn't even pay attention to how many characters were on the main screen.
I feel like Mike might be one of the last ones in this game. I think he's one of the later levels.
Seriously?
Yeah, I mean, the unlocking the characters in this game is pretty quick. The point of the game is that you replay the levels like over and over.
Well, I'm here to focus on beating the story at least.
Well, this isn't really a story-based game. Grace has to lurk. Have a comfy lurk.
All right. Have a good luck, Grok. Good luck streaming. Oh yeah, this is like where he becomes Super Wario. Hi, Grace. So this is the game I am thinking of. I remember seeing this cutscene on the YouTube or something like that. Well, he became Super Wario. This is his final Smash and Brawl.
Hey guys, it's been fun, but I think I'm gonna head out for the night.
Aw, Alyssa, I don't want to stick around for more, oh, that's what she said jokes?
No. I've
Alright.
had my fill for the night. I've had
That's what she said.
seen enough Wario.
James.
That's what she said.
Thank you for that, James. Just solidifying the fact that I should leave.
No, Alyssa! Wait, I have to strip first for you.
Okay. Well, that was very enlightening. Okay. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Night.
I'll see you tomorrow, Alyssa. And she left already, I know.
She already dropped, yeah.
Well, she might be watching the stream, I don't know. A Wario puppy. Oh, that's how you do it. All right. Oh, that's some good looking pizza. My Wario. Speed up. I thought I just had to punch. Not punch, but drop. Just keep drumming those. Oh, that was close. Oh, there's a boss stage now. Smash! Oh, that was close.
Oof, that was really close.
I thought I had to drag it down, but no, it's all
Stressful.
about... It's just touching.
Yeah, it's just touch and hold, yeah.
Oh, no.
Ah.
I just have to touch and hold. I keep trying to drag it down. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just realized I'm going into a nostril hair. Super fist of the nose hair.
Bo 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 bo.
Grace is still very confused why that show is even good.
I'm confused by it as well, but I've never seen an actual episode of the show.
You should totally see it. It's one of my favorite shows. It's only 76 episodes too.
That's actually not bad.
I mean, it literally is like...
I mean, how much can you really do with people doing martial arts with their nose hairs?
I mean, there's a lot more than that. And it's also it's also that the anime was literally 1.1 arcs away from actually finishing the entire manga. The only problem is that apparently Japanese and like I think Chinese family thought it was too violent because of all the slapstick humor. it literally ends off on a really bad note. They had no choice because they had to cancel it.
Go to sleep.
What, James is actually going to sleep at a reasonable time? What? What happened to you?
I don't know why, but my brain decided that it's time to wake up at like 7 in the morning now.
Cool. Alright. Have a good night, James.
Night.
Wario.
Wario.
Lame.
Yeah, so those are all the levels, Nick. So keep playing, dude.
That's a lot of levels. Or
That's a lot of damn money, mama.
I kept saying that line a couple times during Knuckle In today as well.
mm-hmm.
So we kept finding money. We
So
also
Grace-
play the game alongside your mama.
Grace wants me to at least play the super fast challenges as far as I can go after the story.
Yeah, so you can keep replaying the levels and they'll go endlessly, going faster and faster every couple of like rotations, and then you can actually go into like the vault or whatever and play individual mini games that get faster and faster as well.
I mean, I'll try all the stuff, but there's really not much into it after like beating the main stuff, I guess. I'll still play all the characters that come out. I don't know what this one is though. Monster
Oh yeah, there
Mega
are some extra levels. That's right.
Oh, this is the
It's a variety pack.
this is the stage. This is the world stage.
Yeah, these bear levels just have a variety of games from each of the other series.
Does this have a limit or?
I think this is an endless challenge. I think some of the bear stages have different gimmicks. Like there's one where you only have one life, and you play as long as you can.
That's fine. Well, this is endless then.
Yeah, I don't remember if the bear stages have boss stages or not. They might not. I think they just speed up at the interval of a normal boss stage, like every like 12 levels or so.
Good thing they don't go by straight lines.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that's a very curvy Big Dipper.
Yep. But all right. Well, I mean, I played all this game has to offer per se. So, in a sense, I mean, is there actual like credits, or was that actually the credits, like the actual?
That was
stuff?
like it, I think. Just it's a game that's meant to just be played like a smartphone game. You just pick it up and play.
Yeah.
It's not like a story-based game.
It is sad because this will be like one of those day games before. This is one of those days where smartphones weren't so prominent. So in a sense, I guess like this would make sense as being a short app game, but nowadays it doesn't make sense. Just being this short is not really that good for like a $40
No, I mean, this
game.
is still like the Nintendo Switch game is still fun. It has like a campaign that's a bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, that has to
than
be
this
longer
one.
and more content in it in a sense.
It's long, yeah, and it does have more content. So they were able to justify making more WarioWare games.
I can't even open Grace's stream right now.
Oh, she just went live. I will open her stream.
I had to think of those puzzles. Yeah, this is an endless one for sure. So yeah, I mean, how many WarioWare games have you played?
Well, the only one I've actually owned now is the one on the Switch. I used to borrow my friend's copy of this one on the DS because he had it, and then I've played Smooth Moves like once. I've never played the Game Boy Advance one.
Yeah, I kind of want to try Smooth Moves because that was the one.
That's a fun one for sure.
That's the one I definitely That's definitely one I played a little bit before. Cause a friend had it on the Wii. Funny enough, Kyle, I have Rhythm Heaven now.
I've actually never seen that game played. I'm vaguely aware of what it is.
And you know, and it's funny. It's like I think it's really nice because it's really nice because that game I don't think requires a lot of motion. It requires like just pressing the button. So in this sense, we can emulate it to get to the Kyle.
Oh jeez.
It's like, how good is your rhythm though? But I mean, again, like it's with Parsec, but at the same time, I think that's like better than just doing it over like remote play or something like that. Because like, with the Shadow PC, at least you didn't handle with too much lag. Is Nightbot not working?
Maybe he's not.
Alright, well, I already did this one.
Oh wow, it's 2,000 points now.
I have so much points.
So do I.
I mean, she could up the price at any time, honestly.
You totally could, and we could still pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is the only one try. Oh god. Now I have to hear Grace in my ear now. Oh god. Oh, I hate this one. Yeah, we should play more games together, Kyle. Like with either Shadow PC or like your Switch or something. Or
Yeah,
Steam.
just in general.
Yeah.
We can definitely invite Grace to play more Mario Party sometime soon as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna ask her if she was considering tonight, but then again, she would not be able to stream it. She would be like, "No, but Genshin."
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit too much going on because she was part of my stream and then yours and then her own. So.
What are you up for feeling today, Kyle? After I play through this WarioWare. God
Oh,
dang
do you
it.
want to play something tonight?
Yeah.
Alright, I can play for a little bit, I guess. We can find something that's, you know, not too long.
Mario Party. 30 turns. No, 50 turns.
Oh, damn it, dude. Oh, shit.
Dude, how long is actually 50 turns? I forget.
50? Oh, well, if a normal game is 20 turns, right?
Yeah, number game would be 20 and it's
Oh,
like
50's probably gotta be, like, probably pushing 3 hours or something, then.
okay,
Definitely do that some other time, though.
okay, would you actually do a 50 turn Mario Party, given, like, obviously you had the time and stuff to do it?
Yes.
Well, which Mario Party, though? That's the question. We can't do it with Superstars, unfortunately, because that only goes up to 30.
Oh, well, in that case, eh. I don't know if I want to do something that's not Superstars. I don't feel great about the quality we get playing like a cloud PC Mario Party. But we could definitely do 30 turn on Superstars.
That's true. just weird.
Oh, dude, you better juggle that for more than 40. That's the high score to beat.
I will. I mean, also while I do this, Kyle, you can look up some games, although on Steam or whatever.
Oh, I'm finishing up studying art, so let me do that first.
No worries. Are you doing it for Animal Crossing?
No, I just do this. It's basically the reason why I know like art from like your escape simulator thing is that I use this software called Anki. It's a spaced repetition system, which basically means they're like flashcards that like automate your study schedule, so that you only had to study cards that are like more unfamiliar to you, and then as you like demonstrate your memory of them, they push them back so you don't have to study them as often anymore. So it's basically a thing I've used to study Japanese for years, and it's why I like pass like high-level tests with like vocabulary and kanji and everything. But the community also has cards that you can like download other cards that people have made, which is how I've studied geography and now art as well. So yeah, that's how I know like paintings and artists. And I do this like every day because I have to, otherwise my study schedule will be ridiculously busy.
I mean, with work and everything, it's pretty busy.
Yeah, well that's actually the good thing about doing this with these flashcards is that whenever I have like 10 minutes free, I can usually get something done with my cards. So.
Dude, Nintendo 64! Nintendo 64!
Okay, Nintendo 64 kid.
Dude, I actually wish my parents actually gave me like stuff during Christmas, unlike that, because I would have definitely been like that kid. It's like, oh my god!
Yeah, my parents didn't like give me like game consoles growing up. Like I get individual games, but though the thing is, because my dad plays video games, we'd usually end up having some consoles anyway.
Wait, what the? Oh, it's upside down. Oh, this is so disorienting. Can't really fix it on screen. What was a chain chomp be? Dude, I can play the
I
piano.
remember what chain chomps are called in Japanese. I already forgot. It's something that makes him sound like a dog, basically. Because that word did come up in Mario Sunshine.
I forget how what some music plays. I remember there's a couple music you can play on like those kind of keys.
I'm not a pianist, so I wouldn't
I used to play piano.
do that. I wish I'd been able to learn, but it's just not something I ever was enrolled in as a kid or anything. So my first experience ever really learning to play an instrument was with a trumpet in middle school. But piano seems like it would be a cool thing to know.
I mean, if you know how to play the trumpet and play at like the simplest of scales, you kind of know already.
Yeah, I would understand the concept of scales and keys. It's just, you know, I don't know like what the keys are on a piano and stuff, and it's like a different skill to learn of playing
True, yeah, different keys.
fingers on a piano.
True. But at least you can make the notes nonetheless.
I mean, yeah, you just touch keys.
Touch them. Like WarioWare Touched.
Good segue.
That one's kind of hard. Whew. R and L button? Oh, I have to face my opponent? Oh, I'm playing with myself now.
Wording.
No.
But yeah, this is a weird thing where you're meant to hold your DS in a certain way so that your friend can play with you.
Hey, Kyle, I'm imagining playing with you. Kyle,
Stop. Stop it.
stop it.
Here, hold on, I'll tell Grace about this.
Play with me. I literally am just playing with myself. Is it up to a certain point? I'm just wondering how do I get out of here? I mean, this is nice for like if you had a friend randomly, so you could just play a little bit of WarioWare Touched. But yeah, I expect to have friends as well. Souvenir, souvenir. 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 Epilogue movies. Oh yeah, these are stuff like happened in the game afterwards, right? Oh, so I have to play more of these in order to get the mini games. So I don't have all the mini games. So this is how you play the mini games over and over again, Kyle.
Yeah, you can like play like individual ones. Oh yeah, you haven't unlocked all the micro games yet because you got to like replay levels to see all there is in this game.
Yep. I'm just curious just looking at this. Let's try 9 volt again. Okay, so do I have endless time now? Oh, that's the infinite one there too. Well, not infinite one, but there's a multi-block.
I like these 9 volt levels with all the retro
Mm-hmm.
stuff. That's a really cool concept. They have a 9 volt level in the Switch game as well, and I believe that the Nintendo Wii is now considered retro gaming, and I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, it's up there. I was looking at the wrong screen. I was looking at the bottom screen. I knew it was the middle for some reason. You really have to pay attention to the upper and bottom screens. I was just like paying attention to only one.
Grace saw the quote, "Hey Kyle, I'm imagining playing with you," attributed to you, and she laughed uncomfortably and said, "That's a little sus."
I mean, out of context, it's there. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, that Game & Watch stage with the cage is so annoying. What's the boss stage in 9 volt again? Oh, this one. I actually do have a Rob. Now. It's interesting to really have. I wish games I could play all day. Now, if I was like a full-time streamer and making a lot of money, I could do that. Actually, Kyle, if you had the opportunity, would you?
Opportunity with what?
If you...
The opportunity for what, Nick?
hold on. Bleh.
We're both struggling to speak.
Yeah, no, I was like, I was saying like, what was that one? I didn't pay attention to that one. Oh, I had to close it. Oh, Mario Paint. If you had opportunities to be a full-time streamer, no matter how much your content not like increasing or anything, would you take it?
I don't know, maybe. It's like if I could continue playing in the way that I kind of do now. Like, I don't really like putting myself out there or being the center of attention in that way. Like, and I wouldn't want to like show my face on camera and stuff.
I mean, yeah, if you play it the same way you could, would you?
I suppose so.
I mean, Proton John does the same way. You don't
He
necessarily...
does, but he's popular because of, you know, like he has connections in other ways. Like he was a famous person in the gaming community before he was a full-time streamer, so.
Also, he started much earlier.
Plus his wife is a full-time streamer as well, so they have full-time streamer couple.
Yeah, but I mean, like again, like if you had the opportunity to be a sustainable streamer and you could continue doing the way you wanted to do it, I'm like, would you take that opportunity? Is all.
I guess so. It's like I would worry that it would be the sort of thing that I wouldn't find engaging in the long term. I had to find ways to keep. I had to find ways to keep it engaging for me.
There's a lot of people like in the end, like that people say like something like Ludwig, like Grace Watches, has admitted that he would quit streaming like content creation after like a few years or 10 years at most, kind of thing. Which I do agree. Like content creation, unless you're like steady and you have a rhythm that, oh yeah, it's like not bad kind of thing. And like Chugga Conway, I would say, kind of thing. Or like Proton John, because they don't change too much of what they do. And oh, whoops! It was 3. All right, it would be at that point, then you could just be like doing the same thing. You can make the amount of money and continue doing it as long as you can. So, honestly, that would be one of those things. I kind of want to be in that position where I can just not constantly either play the same game over and over unless I really, really wanted to, kind of thing. Like speedrunning,
Yeah, it
for
seems
example.
that people eventually do kind of mentally check out of stuff. Like, I know, like, Stuttering Craig, like the guy who was like behind Screw Attack for a super long time, like that. That brand has gone through a lot of changes over time. Where like they were Screw Attack for many years, and then mostly due to just not being a sustainable business anymore, they basically gave up Screw Attack to just become Death Battle, and then like he and some other people from the Screw Attack team started a new channel called Game Attack. And now Game Attack rebranded itself super recently, but Craig actually left it after like a couple years, and he was doing his own independent YouTube thing, and then just recently he decided to step down from like online gaming media in general. So people change over time. Plus, he's a guy who's like in his 40s and has like multiple children, so I think his priorities are just elsewhere at this point, you know?
Yeah, no, like...
He's not as interested in making gaming videos on the internet as he was when he was in his 20s.
Yeah, I am a person to believe that content creation is not going to be a long-term goal like something like a regular job. Even retail is a lot more like a long-term than content creation, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Retail is a lot more annoying, but at the same time, you can still do the same things over and over, and you can continue getting up in life and get paid and everything. Well, and content creation is like the constant need of new content. Like, it has to be new content, and you can't just, and it's like sometimes if you want to grow bigger, you're gonna have to branch out and do things that you are doing different to even make it a long-term sustainable goal. That's the problem with content creation. I see content creation as a better of a... This is good for, as a side hobby. If you can make money off of it, that's even better, but otherwise, it's just more of a side hobby at that point. I am blue, Wario.
No.
Wario. But yeah, the content creation is nice. Is this the actual staff? Yeah, this is actual staff. I was looking for it. You know what? No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna play that at the end of when I'm done with playing WarioWare Touched. Is this something that you just like talk to her?
Oh, it literally is. Like, you breathe into your mic and she'll respond to you.
Hi. I'm not saying anything right now on purpose to see if she says anything.
Mm-hmm.
No? No? Nope, I'm done. Oh, I'm running out of power. I'm running out of power.
Alright, I'm gonna get water and then I'll look up stuff we can do on Switch.
I'm still going to be playing this for a little bit. Let's see. Only been like a little over an hour for this one. Let's see. Is this not plugged in? Oh, wait a minute. Forward. I have to make sure the port works, otherwise this thing is in danger. The heck is that noise? It's such a weird one. I think I played all of 9 volts. There's 2 of them I'm missing? thought I saw them all. Is this gonna be like one of those, like it all gonna be exactly the same, and I just have to either is it there you go, shut in, there it is. Keep missing that button. Oh, there we go. Those two I missed. I did not get that one. Are you done looking at Archive?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the KK Slider concert for today, and then I'll look up a game to play on Switch.
Yep. On Switch?
Thought that's what we were playing, dude.
What? You don't want to play on the Game Boy Advanced?
Bro, we'll play on Steam. We'll play Amazing Frog in that case. If you're gonna complain about Switch.
I was gonna say, I want to play Game Boy Advance. I want to play the Mother series.
It's not a multiplayer game, dude.
It can be. Oh, I had to blow. Dang. Oh, I have to take them off before Samus's health goes down. Okay, so that's what it is. I thought I had to hold it off. No, I just have to take them off. Also have to be actually very careful with that one. Oh, that one just fell to its death. I didn't have to stomp that. I killed a woman. I keep getting the older one. I want to get something else. I like how it also does the white square, because technically that's how this game worked on CRTV.
Yep.
Jeez. Oh, I have to actually... Okay, so that's how it works. There we go. Can I beat my actual high previous score? It's the Ice Claimers. Remember that NES game we played? You were so frustrated on how it worked.
That was, yeah, it's very strange, the controls.
It is very dated, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know they can change the lanes. Oh, come on. I hate the nose picking one. I really don't like that one. That went to the 5,000 at least. Oh, that was close. Oh, super scope? Dude, it's different. Oh, ultra shooter. Oh, I had to knock him out. Okay. Well, I made it past that, but did I get all that minigame? Because I never passed the air blowing one. Oh, I did. I get the crown for him. Do you get a... Is that like a yellow crown or just a regular crown for WarioWare games, Kyle?
I'm not sure.
What other... What's the other ones that I enjoyed playing? One's just touching. This guy's all spinning based. This one's all microphone based. Jesus. Oh, this one's all drawing based. Yeah, the microphone and drawing I'm not the biggest fan of.
I am, because this game is perfect, dude. I can't believe you'd say negative things about it.
Dude, I'll say whatever I want to the games I own, man.
Dude, no, ridiculous.
Yeah, man. It totally sucks. Almost got a bullseye. Have to waste toilet paper. Save the trees! I don't know. I hate really people like when they just pull a lot out one. Then again, oh, just rolling all of that down just sucks. I captured Jamie.
Rude.
Why would you just have lettuce? Just chop. Oh, I mean, again, I would do the same thing.
Why would you do that? Actually, no, I would do that too.
Oh my god, what?
Oh my god, you had to milk a cow. That's... huh.
Why would I chop the earth? I almost failed that boss run. What should I wear today? Something different. Probably your WarioWare Get It Together one. I didn't even chop that radish. It just disappeared. Why do I have to keep snipping snot? Also, that's a really long snot. It's a hit. Okay, what? I need to get the other mini games. It sucks that sometimes that touching doesn't work. I feel like I was touching them and they weren't working. Oh, I have to do it at the bottom in order. I don't know. Also, why would I have to milk an udder? Jesus, that's so disturbing. Who thought of that? Who really thought of like milking udders or like a peeing baby?
Right, so should we play like an NES or SNES or N64 kind of game? Is that the idea?
I mean, we could play like a little bit of N64 if there's like anything you're interested in. Otherwise,
Let me take a look at what's in there.
yeah. Otherwise, we could play something really short, like an NES game for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because like SNES, I feel like it's gonna be those for a while.
It could be, yeah. Well, it depends on what it is. There are some shorter games in there too.
Yep. Like more Pan de Pawn.
Yeah, true.
Okay, this one I would actually eat. There's like cucumber slices. Unless that isn't a cucumber, but I would actually have cucumber slices.
Cucumbers are good.
I was trying to pull that. My touchscreen just feels like it doesn't do that.
Oh, there's Dr. Mario 64. We never played that game in a stable environment, you know.
True, yeah.
There's that. Tennis.
None of those we played on a stable environment.
Tennis was kind of stable, actually. Tennis worked well enough with 4 people.
Mhm.
But Dr. Mario was pretty atrocious.
Yep. I like how this actually has bowling pin physics.
I haven't even heard of a lot of these games in the SNES library now.
Why would I cut the earth? Why would I keep
Oh,
cutting
you know,
the-
we have Genesis options as well. I've never played any of the Genesis
Same
games
here.
yet.
I never played any of them. Is there any like co-op ones?
Let's take a look. I imagine there would be. It was a 2-player console.
Mhm.
Gotta
But
make
they-
sure
they
I open
released any-
Genesis, not Mega Drive, because it has to be the American version. Nintendo. Oh, new games are added since the last time I opened the software. Oh, they added Altered Beast, that's like a beat 'em up. Dynamite Heady, I've heard that game before. Sword of Vermilion. Thunder Force 2. Toe Jam and Earl.
I think I missed one, so I guess like this one would be the last one.
Oh, there's a Contra game on the Genesis.
Oh my god, Contra. Do I not get to play with the alien?
Ooh, there's some good games in the Genesis. Oh, Streets of Rage, that's a beat 'em up. Gunstar Heroes, that's like easier Contra.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it'd be down to try Dr. Mario 64 first. Maybe we could try Gunstar Heroes.
Sure. Well, I think I played as much as I know. I haven't gotten every single mini game. I'm actually gonna quite curious just to double check something. WarioWare Touched 100%. I want to double check what's in there. If I beat the following once, you get a toy. Once you have done all the prizes in your toy room, you should have quite a lot. High school mini games. Yeah, I could do that.
Justin has been clipping stuff from Rockaway.
Oh yeah, so there is golden ones. Touch a character and touch a game and hold R or L. Watch the text at the top screen. It will tell you how many. Oh, so I have to get an actual gold crown by beating every single character's mini games with the points, I think. Wait. Touch a character, touch a game. Watch talk. Oh, I just have to beat. Oh, I have to beat like a. Yeah, if I get a flower in all the mini games for one character, then it will be that gold crown. Okay. You unlock the whistle mini game. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I think I played all the ones that really this game has to offer outside of the whistle mini game. Because that is a lot of work to do. So I'm not going for 100%. So I'll let the credits play for now, and then think about what my thoughts are. Thoughts are on this short of a game. Honestly, I'm not 100% certain with this one.
It has a ton of replay value though if you enjoy playing the micro games. I'm like I would spend like hours playing this game.
Yeah, no, I get that. I don't know. This micro game was very short, and it was at least I got to beat it in a sense. So I'm not 100% against it. But
You're going into it with too much of a I gotta beat this game because I'm a streamer attitude of like trying to beat it as quickly as you can, and then you're not getting like the most value out of it out of spending time with it, and you're just experiencing Duca, dude.
Dude, I mean, I really don't. I tried getting into WarioWare games, but I have never really found much enjoyment out of the short mini games. It was like it's usually just a one-time play for me.
So much Duca.
So I mean, I tried playing my Twisted, and I can never get into that one. So honestly, I don't think WarioWare games are my type of thing personally. This Touch was really nice. It utilized everything. Although I really say the minigames for the mic is really dangerous because there's always those kids that will just blow way too hard and actually get like very, very lightheaded. So I would say personally, like, I don't really like mic minigames a lot because if you really think about it, there's the kids who actually go way too far with mics and blow too hard onto them. So I'm not the biggest fan of that, but overall, they're nice. It's still a little bit weird on the characters. The Mono one was very drawn out on the cutscenes, that's for sure. But every other character was nice. Each character is unique. Each mini games were unique in their own design, and they actually taught me certain things of just like focusing on twirling, painting, retro gaming, and like all the other stuff, like specific stuff. Yeah, no, it's like it's a not bad for a pickup game. It's definitely just not my type of series for sure. I don't know. I'm not 100% with the WarioWare series now that I've actually played one to a lot of yeah, to a bigger extent than I played in any other Wario game in any series. I think the only Wario games I'm really interested in is playing the Wario Land games, or like the Wario Land I have on GameCube, or Wario Land Shake It. That one I'm really into, but outside of like those Wario games, I'm not really into like the WarioWare games personally. Still, it's probably also because I never grew up with the WarioWare games a lot. I had opportunities to play it, and I tried to, but I never had enough time to really do it. And I think like also my attention span on then was very short. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but hey, I got to play and beat WarioWare games for now. So there's that. So WarioWare Touched is not that bad, personally. I don't hate it. It's definitely just not my type of game is all. It's definitely one of those games that I would literally just play. I'll play all at once now and probably never touch again. Just because of how short it gets. And it just gets pretty tedious with some of the mini games for me. Alright, well, I'm gonna let this credits roll out in the meantime, but Kyle, I'm gonna go get some water and I'll get ready with Dr. Mario 64, right?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll be right back. I'll let the credits roll, so Kyle, you can do whatever you want. Actually, the credits are literally ending right now, so... Because I just see a Satoru Iwata. Rest in peace, Satoru Iwata. Honestly, I really wish I could have met Satoru Iwata before he passed away. He seems like a really nice person. Even if I could not communicate with him well.
You just be like, Watashi wa Nihon desu.
At that point, I'll be like, hey Kyle, if I had an opportunity to talk to Satoru Iwata, it would be like, hey Kyle, can you translate literally everything I'm about to say to Satoru Iwata? And just be like, it's literally a laundry list of things, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna give him the short version of it. Yep, I'm gonna charge that later. Oh, I'm gonna charge it now because I have an opportunity to. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back, Kyle.
Yep, I'll be here.